Hey, what's up, folks? This is Joe Bernstein here. You know me, I'm a personal and professional growth coach. I'm the guy that people hire when they want to take their personal life or their professional life as seriously as an elite athlete, and it's time to make a shift. It's time to grow and change. So, the question I have for you today, right now, is your desire to know all the answers before you go into a situation, to have everything planned out, is that keeping you from truly having any sort of success, any sort of freedom, any sort of happiness? The reason I'm asking this is because my session with my client today, it's a client, he's going through a divorce, and what we're uncovering in this process, what he's learning about himself, is his whole life, he's lived with the fear that if he doesn't have all the answers before he goes into any situation, a meeting, a date, a social situation, a family gathering, if he hasn't prepared every contingency, if he hasn't looked at his flow chart for how things are supposed to go, if things don't go according to plan, he breaks down. He has no flexibility and capacity to shift and pivot and change in the moment. And what that leads to a life of fear and scarcity. So this is common for my clients. It doesn't matter if we're talking about business, it doesn't matter if we're talking about dating, it doesn't matter if we're talking about health. When we orient towards our problems like we need to go into them knowing the answer, then we're fucked. No matter, I'm coming off the cuff here, right from the heart, right from the gut here, but that's the truth. You're completely fucked, you're completely screwed if you think need to know the answer right away. So with him, what we're working on is preparing his mindset, preparing his spirit, preparing who he thinks he is and what he knows about himself and his beliefs around the world, so that he is prepared in that way, but he's not over-planned, over-regimented, right? And the reason this is important is because he's been very successful in his career. But now to reach the next level of leadership, to reach the next level of growth, he has to be more adaptable, more flexible. He has to be more present in the meeting. And that means he can't be attached to it going exactly according to plan. He, again, like I said, he's getting divorced. So in his dealings with his soon-to-be ex-wife, he can't have every plan figured out. He's got to be adaptable. He's got to be flexible. He's got to show up ready to be present with her and to do the work of creating an amicable separation. On dates that'll be coming up in the next couple months, he cannot have every possible line figured out of what he's supposed to say and how he's supposed to say it. If he goes in thinking that he has to say a certain thing and do a certain thing and touch her here and say this now and do that, but he's going to be a robot. He's going to be stiff, and it's not going to land with anyone. So that's my challenge to you, my question to you. If you're used to operating from a place where you are so focused on having all the right answers and you're so focused on being prepared and going into every situation, I want to challenge you to put your ass on the line, to be bold, to get out of the playbook and to get on the playing field. What's something you can do this week where you can go in and be more flexible, be more adaptable, believe that you can handle what comes up, and be less prepared when you show up with what to do, and be more prepared with who you are being in the moment, how you're showing up in your power. That's it. Put yourself in a vulnerable position to actually be adaptable. That's where true confidence comes from. That's where true success comes from. Knowing you could throw yourself into any situation and you'll figure out how to get closer to what you want. And if you don't, you'll learn from it. So that's my moment of passion and inspiration today, post-session with the client. Challenge yourself to go into the unknown and get your ass kicked a little bit so you can learn that it's not the end of the world if you don't have all the answers and if you don't have everything figured out. And if your challenge in the world is that you've gone through every step of your life in your career, in your relationships, in dating, and in love, or in family, thinking that you have to have the answers in front of you, and now you don't have the life you want, you don't have the business you want, my guess is this dynamic, this belief system is coming into play. I want you to reach out to me. This is exactly what I help a lot of my clients with. Have an awesome day. Peace.